Everybody, welcome back to Big Dad's Barbecue Pit. This week, we're going to show you our jerk chicken recipe. So to start our marinade for this jerk chicken, I have about 3 tablespoons of some fresh thyme. We're just going to throw it right in to our blender here, along with 4 cloves of fresh garlic. We also have about 8 spring onions that we're just going to rough chop, about 2-inch sections. And all of this is going right into our blender. So to this, we're going to add 1 cup of olive oil. Oh, look at that, perfect. And then we're going with 3/4 of a cup of soy sauce, 3/4 of a cup of lime juice to help tenderize that chicken real good. So we're going to add about 3 tablespoons of this. This is ginger paste. You can use fresh ginger. This is what we had, so this is what we're using for this recipe. That's the wrong lid. So to this mixture, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of salt. We're going to add a tablespoon of black pepper. And then today we're using Malcolm's Jammin Jerk Caribbean seasoning. This is going to give us that great jerk flavor. We're going in with, I'm going to say, 2.5 tablespoons of Malcolm seasoning. So 2, that's about a half. So now we're going to put our lid on this. We got our blender here, and we're just going to run it for about 25-30 seconds. Okay, so I forgot we need to add 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. And you can use dark or light, it doesn't matter. We'll set this off to the side, and we're going to go ahead and blend this for about another 30 seconds. Okay, so we have a whole chicken that we split in half. If you have a butcher that'll do that for you, that's fine. If not, it's really simple to remove that backbone. You can also use chicken pieces, so if you want to use legs, thighs, or leg thigh quarters, that's fine too. What we're going to do now is we're going to pour this marinade over top of this, and I let ours go for about 12 hours. You can do an hour, but the longer the better on this thing. I wouldn't go over 12. We're just going to go ahead and pour this over top. It smells amazing. So I'm just going to take my gloved hand and kind of flip these around in this marinade. And then we're going to cover it up and put it in the refrigerator for, like I said, 12 hours. You can do, you know, an hour and get away with it, but it's not going to have the flavor profile that it would the longer it sits. So we'll cover this, and we'll be back here shortly. And voila, our chicken, we had done up this in advance. This has been sitting for about 12 hours. And before I poured this marinade over top, I reserved about a half a cup of it that we're going to use to baste on our chicken. We got our green egg running around 300 degrees. We're going to take these out, put these on the egg. We're going to cook them to an internal temperature about 165. We're going to show you what this looks like here in a few minutes. Let's go get them on the grill. Okay, so we got our green egg running right now about 325, and you can see here I got it kind of divided off. We got the hot coals over here. We're going to start our chicken on this side, and then we'll be moving it over as we go. So we have both of our chicken halves here. I'm just going to pick these guys up. Put these right on here. I'm going to come back with just a little bit more of that jerk seasoning. Give it a little extra extra pop. We're gonna let these go for about a half hour, and we'll give them a check to see how they're doing. Okay, so we are 1 hour in on this chicken. You can see, man, it is looking pretty. One thing I did want to explain real quick. On that marinade, I did add 1 de-seeded jalapeno to that mix. So make sure you add your pepper in there. Sorry about that. But there was 1 jalapeno in our marinade. So we're just going to check this, see where we're at on temp. And we're running about 156 in the breast on that. About 160 in that leg. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to take these guys, and first thing is this reserved marinade that we take. I'm just going to give this a little brush on there. Skin's getting a little dry, and that's fine. Just going to brush this on. We're going to take and flip these guys over. Oh yeah. Gonna get some char on this side now. And I'm going to repeat that step, just go over it with just a little bit more of this marinade. We're going to come back out and check these now in about 20 minutes and see where they're at. And they'll probably be getting pretty close to being done. So we are 1 hour and 15 minutes into this cook. We're just going to go ahead and check it in a couple spots. That chicken looks great. Yeah, we're at 170 there. 170 there. 168. Yeah, 170. So what I'm going to do now is just flip these guys back over. Oh, a little part on me there. Getting away from me here. There we go. Oh, well, getting broke on that guy, but that's all right. Just gonna give it a little bit more of this on top. About 5 minutes, we're gonna pull it off. Okay, so our chicken is done. We're gonna go ahead and get this off the board or off the grill and take it inside. We're gonna let it rest for about 15 minutes, 10 minutes maybe, if we can wait that long. And then we're gonna cut into this and give it a try. You can see just how moist and tender this is. Okay, so our Big Daddy style jerk chicken's been resting here about 10 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and cut it up and see how we did. I'm just gonna come in here with my knife and trim that leg thigh quarter away from there. I'm just gonna slice a piece off and give this a, man, it is. You can see the juice just pouring out of that. We're gonna give this a try. It's got a nice char on the skin. The flavor of that seasoning is through to the bone on that. It's juicy and tender. You're picking up some citrus notes from that lime, and you're picking up a little bit of that pop from the jalapeno. This recipe is excellent. Make sure you give this Big Daddy style jerk chicken a try. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. See you next time. Get you some. This is going to be in the forever rotation. Oh man.